For my chapter 9 question, the question reads, draw the Lewis structure of thiocyanate anion. What is its electron domain geometry, molecular geometry, and is it nonpolar or polar? So for the Lewis structure, the carbon is a central atom because it prefers to have 4 bonds. And then the nitrogen is neutral in that it prefers to have 3 bonds, and it has 5 valence electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the sulfur is negative, and that's because it has 6 valence electrons, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. So the electron domain geometry of this structure is linear because there are 2 bonding domains connected to carbon. And then also its molecular geometry is also linear. So to determine if it's polar or nonpolar, first I wrote out the electronegativities of each bond. So the bond of carbon to nitrogen is polar because carbon has an electronegativity of 2.5 and nitrogen has an electronegativity of 3.0, which is a 0.5 difference, which makes it polar. And then carbon and the sulfur bond, they both have, carbon and sulfur, have electronegativity of 2.5, which makes it nonpolar. So, in this case, the carbon is partial positive, the nitrogen is partial negative. And then, even though the electronegativity of carbon and sulfur are the same, sulfur in this case is negative, so it's going to be partial positive to the carbon. So the dipole movement look like this. And because the structure is not uniform, it is polar.